All right, we're back.
We're
A
back.
little bit of an inconvenience there. Some of the monitors and the computers turned off, so we're going to have to restart the entire round over. So we're going to go through it again. Hopefully, um, for some reason, we don't have the same um, difficulties. Hopefully, we're actually able to get through some things and able to go through it.
Correct, correct. Yeah, it was. Yeah, if we're ready, we're going to go into the next game pretty soon. So we're going into the semifinals. So this map will be King Row again. Um, so we'll just be watching this over again while they assemble their heroes. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yep, we're going to be starting back from the top. So we'll get to see these teams again. But we know what they're going to be running roughly. Maybe they're going to switch it up. But Amherst might go with the dive again, which will be interesting to see, along with maybe Fall City going with a little bit of more bunker. We'll see. We'll see what they're going to do.
Now, Falls City was doing a very, very good job at defending against that last push that they had with the 30 seconds left. We'll see if they can actually get the job done again.
Yeah. So, yeah, we are redoing the whole round where this is going to be from scratch. No one technically has won this game.
Nope.
So
And it
it's going to be
looks like it's going to be the same comp from Amherst here.
with a little bit of different because Toast is running a Torbjorn.
Hmm.
So we get to see the Torb come out, which is really interesting. And from the other one, it's looking to be the same with
Yeah.
Ryan Reap, along with Diva and Hanzo, and maybe a Zen and Amoria. You might see zeros on the Lucio. Ramadan is still on the Ryan
Hmm.
Beast, and all of them are still doing the same thing, except for Toast running the Torbjorn. We have a
All right,
pause.
and we're going to have to pause real quick for a second. Something.
Another pause. Controller problems. Ah,
Hmm.
big sad face. Does happen. Yeah, well,
All right, so it looks like after these controller problems are fixed, we'll be able to go
keep
back, go
yeah,
back and get it.
keyboard gang. But yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, this is fine. So it'll happen. This is this is great. We love this. But yeah, this is another pause. So it's whatever. But yeah, it's still looking to be interesting matchup as we have. Um, yeah, so it'll be really interesting to see what these two teams pull out as they go into this game. Um, as we see, it is still doing. Interesting comments are in this section are really going to see. This is really entertaining, but which is good. But it'll be really nice to see these two teams to do it over again, see if they pull out some different strategies, different ways how they're gonna do stuff because it can make a difference doing it a second time or it may not. We'll see.
Both teams had very good comp the first time. I think the difference maker was just that Fall City was able to hold it down just a little better. But I think that the difference maker here is going to be what the mindset is coming into this round again, looking at the comp, knowing possibly what they could run, and that could make a big difference.
Yeah, being not having that element of surprise being out is huge, especially in this team fights, which is huge. And I'm back to what could happen again. We could see rallying from Amherst to see if they could do another thing better, and there could also be something else. So yeah, it's be really interesting to see what Amherst does and see if they rally and see if Fall City can still hold. So it'll be really interesting to see what that happening. Yeah,
Especially when it
and if
comes
you're
to
on the stream, I'm looking at the comments. If you're on the stream, there is another Overwatch game playing on the CUNE Esports channel. So if you're on here, we have another stream going that is playing. The two teams that are playing there are Louisville and David City. So if you're in the one, so I think we're good. So I think we're gonna be going back to the game. So yeah, we can unpause, and I think we're gonna be heading back. Cool, cool,
all
cool,
right, we're going to go ahead and get back in here.
cool, cool. There we go. Back to normal. Cool, cool. So it's looking like they're just gonna be holding this choke again, how they did last time, how most teams usually do it. Just hold this right side towards to the little room over on the side. And we
Especially
see
on a round as key as this first one and being able to get a win and establish what your team can do. That's definitely important to be able to hold this again.
holding this again, but we got a first pick. We got 2 picks off from Toast and Remas from Amherst. So those are 2 huge picks in Battle Uzi. I'm going down 2, so they're going to have to kite back a little bit and do a reset. So that is a huge thing to see. Um, so yeah, Diva coming out here, getting the defense matrix up, getting Reinhardt a little bit of space, moving through the choke, getting past the choke, which is a big, huge deal. Kind of retreating back a little bit, but Ginger Hair and Tiger One doing some work on there. Coalescence come out from Tiger One, Crazy Cat going off, getting 2 kills, 2 limbs. Battle Uzi also getting a limb himself. Rocket Man's kind of staying on point, kind of just staggering it out a little bit. They might be staggering it. Rocket Man goes down
And that was a very
and
nice push by Fall City
capturing.
there.
And this point looks like it's going to be captured. So by Fall City. So
A nice push there. The Moira ult definitely helped being able to get some staggering there so their team could actually be able to focus on each individual person. Very, very good team gameplay there.
very, very good team. Looks like they're pushing up, making sure they get more ground off. Moria's on cart. But yeah, get more ground so they're not all the way back and kind of doing this. But it's looking like Toast getting some picks here, but Crazy Cat doing a little bit of work too on the other on Fall City, and looking pretty decent here for Fall City, pushing past the second point almost and getting that most of the chokes and just holding them back almost to their spawn, almost to third point. So we're just
It's
kind of
definitely going to be
watching.
interesting to see how they use their ults here with Zen and Diva ults being used, and also with Zarya, Mercy. Well, now 5 ults for Amherst here.
Yeah, Amherst with the 5 ults, one of them coming out, Sound Barrier coming out, along with the Earth Shatter. Showed us Diva Bomb comes out, gets 2 huge right there, gets 2 people huge, and
And a nice pin by Ryan
pinned by
there.
the Rhine onto kind of pushing this point to the second point, having 2 on payload, getting that past. That's going to be a second point cap. Um, interesting to see. Reaper Race out of there, gets a Mega, make sure he's still alive towards the end. Rocket Man doing a good job of getting back to his team, making sure he does reset and not feeds into them. Crazy Cat going a little bit too far forward to there. Almost Crazy Cat looking, Rocket Man looking for that flank almost, looking for that Reaper flank. Be interesting to see if he can do this. He might be able to pull this off if
Yeah,
they
especially
get
with
Diva.
Zen ult, or
But
no,
they,
with the
the Grav
bubble.
comes out. Oh, there's the molten lava coming out, but the Zenalt comes out too. Looks like it's going to be a tied 1-1 on losses here, but spawn advantage does go to Amherst. But Coalescence come out from Fall City, pushing him back into spawn, but they still have
They're
time to go
going to
to
need
cart.
a nice touch there by the Rhine,
Ryan
being able to
Touch is
stop that.
getting 2. Pushing the Diva back to back a little bit, cutting out.
Ooh, and the Reaper comes back in and gets that
Hammond's
Rhine,
on
and
point. Hammond's just doing Hammond things, going in a circle, making sure people are a little bit off of point. Maybe trying to look for some boops into the abyss right by the point. But Ryan charges in. Ryan's behind them. Zenyatta coming back from behind just to support his team a little bit. Just kind of going out.
ooh, a nice
Huge
Earth Shatter.
shatter there. Huge. Getting all this, everything kind of slowing them down, slowing the roll down a little bit. Looks like Amherst is holding this. Diva gets demacked in this battle, but looks like she's trying to build up back her mech form. So they have 2 ults here, both tank ults here for Fall City. Amherst also has 1 support ult and a pulse bomb here. So if the pulse bomb does go well, it could be meaning huge, huge things. Reaper trying to flank onto the left side, doesn't get it too well. Ryan goes for the charge, counter charge by Fall Cities. Ryan just swinging his hammer. Earth Shatter comes down, but a reactive sound barrier goes in for the defensive sound barrier. Battle Uzi gets gunned down by Toast, and push back a little bit. I think Toast also getting ginger hair in
And the
that.
Reaper teleporting up top, getting ready to drop down on point, and he's going to pull his
Ult's
ult,
on
but it
points, but it
ends
gets
up
booped
getting
up in the
booped
air.
off.
Nice to get him out of there. Both supports ults are up for Fall City, and yeah, they're still just poking this choke point, making sure they get in there. Res comes out, also does Valkyrie comes out from the supports. Zen also comes out from Fall City supports, and we're seeing a push here from Fall City to get to the cart and get on point. Mercy trying to contest a little bit. Fall City holds up, so is multiple pulse bomb gets thrown behind, doesn't get anything, full lessons out. See Diva trying to do some stuff here. So is Reaper. Diva gets demacked. Shatter comes in from Fall City. Looks like they have the advantage though. Fall City's pushing in. Inther has 3 on payload. Payload is not contested. Trying to get the time bank. Diva's down. Rocket Man doing some work there on Soldier 76. Trying to stay alive, trying to get back to point. Falls. Has a few on cart. Almost there. 171. So close to holding. Hammond is doing Hammond things, going in circles, trying to stall as much as he could. Mercy, but it gives just enough time for people to get back. They're staggering in, trying to see if they could get it. Doesn't work out so well. Finishes with a time bank of 43 seconds. Really good push here by Fall City. Starts off strong, so it looks to be really good, which is super nice to see. What are your thoughts on it?
It's definitely a big difference maker for Fall City here, because if you don't remember the last round that they had 2 minutes and 35 seconds, I think it was, to be able to get the last push if they got the 3 points. And I feel like this 43 seconds is definitely going to make a big difference for them if they get to that point.
Yeah, definitely. Especially now in this time, since Fall City actually got a much slower time bank in this one. So that's very interesting to see. So that element of surprise that they originally had wasn't there. So Amherst could respond, which they did. They still got a time bank. Again, they didn't hit 0-0, which is super nice to see. But it's still huge, and we'll see how Fall City responds for this defense hold.
Something that's going to be a very big difference for Fall City here is they are going a Sigma instead of the Rhine that they did last time for a shield, which could be definitely a good play and could be an interesting tactic that we could see.
Yeah, and we'll see if Ginger Hair pops off. Last time on Hanzo, he was going off. So we'll see if Ginger Hair can actually pull some huge things off that could make a big game difference.
And that info right there by the Hanzo is definitely going to be key, being able to know who they have before they even exit the room.
Just looking at the peaks. Monkey jumps over top, bubbles onto almost point. Monkey's behind still. Monkey gets kind of ran almost, but that's not.
He still gets one of their supports.
And he gets
though.
a res off though. Both supports down here. Hanzo trying to do stuff. Diva demacked. Ramadan just kind of holding out.
Reaper's going to try and
push the Diva. Diva's dead, but we'll see if he can get another. Crazy Cat can get another one. Rocket Man with the fire onto Ginger Hair. Looks like Rocket Man is trying to contest the Hanzo. Reaper is down. Monkey goes in, dies. And this might be a reset from them. It's looking like Diva's still there. They're doing a little bit of kiting back to make sure they don't get too far and keep feeding, because that's never good. It's looking like they held that first push, the one, but they're getting poke damage here. Amherst is, which is really nice. Both teams are. Diva goes in, so does Monkey. Running more of a dive comp this time, seeing that they're mobile. They're just kind of going in, seeing what they can do. Diva gets demacked. Crazy Cat going for more. Doomfist is now in the mix. Rocket Man doing some work on that. Doomfist getting some kills there, getting them the point. Looks like they're gonna cap this first point. Yeah, this is definitely a first point cap.
Yep. And this
Even
is
if they get the people behind, yeah, the Fizzy Elf gets a little bit of staggered towards the end, but Rocket Man going to work on the Doomfist.
and just as we said before, this could be a big difference maker because as we know last time they didn't even really get a tick by the 30-second mark. So I feel like this is definitely a big step up for Amherst and definitely a motivation.
Definitely a huge wave of confidence coming from this thing, of knowing that, hey, I know what their team is and can do. So it's looking to be a good push too. We'll see.
Reaper gets the push behind and gets
Crazy
the
Cat
ult.
coming from behind, getting both supports. That's huge. Having no heals there. Diva's just trying to go around to get a little bit of flank too. Ramadan Steve getting a little bit of flank, gets demeched in the process, and is pushing back. They don't chase it. They're just holding this first choke pretty well, and they've done it successfully.
Very good ult there by Crazy Cat to be able to get both supports off point and make them stutter in their push.
Yeah, it was a good stop, good hold in their push. Now he's going up top, see if he notices anything. Notices that they're going around the side. See if he's going to try to pull off this
back here and get this Diva.
Gets the Diva. Rocket Man also getting some stuff too, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Remas also going in, jumping in on there. Zen ult pops out.
Nice.
Reaper goes. Reaper gets the kill onto the Winston.
The Zen ult was really nice there. It saved the Reaper from having to come all the way back, and it saved the positioning for Falls City here.
Yeah, talking about ult advantage here, looks like both teams are pretty even, but it's looking like Amherst might have a little bit more with the Mercy of Valk almost coming on the line here being huge, but it's still 3 ults to 3 ults, which could mean a huge difference here. See what can happen, see what they can make out of this. Ginger Hair getting a pick onto Toast.
Ooh, and we're going to see a Meteor Strike here by Rocket Man.
Right onto
getting the Zen.
Poor Zen in the corner. Couldn't do too much there. But Sigma, yeah, Rocket Man doing some work there. Fizzy Elf getting the Demek and the kill onto Beast. Huge there too. So we'll see what they can do here. Fizzy Elf out of mech now. Crazy Cat looking to be in a little bit of trouble here. Running away from the Doomfist coming at him. But it's looking like their push is going to keep continuing, but doesn't look like they're getting too much out of here. Hanzo's looking for some cheeking. Valk is out. They might just wait for that to expire a little bit. And they're looking for this chokehold here. They're Toast coming from behind, getting the kill onto Ginger Hair. Huge right there. That's very impressive.
And that's the one thing that was really good for Amherst here is they pushed around that little choke there to make them fall back. And now we might see a Reaper ult down on point here. No.
Might be a drop. Might try to break Bubble first, though. Bubble's going to be a big, huge stop. Reaper tried to go behind.
Definitely a key play for Amherst there, getting that Reaper off point with
Reaper
ult.
off point. But they're still doing a good job holding this very close. Hanzo ult's still there, too, so that's going to come out. That figures. Zen ult also comes out, but still.
One pick on Doomfist,
Rocket
which was killing
Man gets
them earlier.
But it doesn't matter in the end because they're getting some picks here. They're holding the second point choke really well. Looking for this Ana. Can Ginger Hair get this Ana? Is he going to be too greedy with it? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, he's backing up. He's backing up. So it looks like they're going to try to hold up this a little bit further. See if he can go get the Ana a little bit. But the Winston's coming in to see pressure the Hanzo back to respect the space there, because that's a lot of space. Doomfist coming in, trying a little bit. Looks like nothing too major. Just poke damage at each other, see if they can get anything. Tiger 1 getting the kill onto Winston on the Remas. Oh, Toast with the 4K, but the counter of Crazy Cat. So much happened. Rocket Man getting the kills too. Oh wow, that was huge. That was so much just happened in that little moment. But it looks like they capped the second point after so much. So a lot of ults being used there. A lot was used there. A lot of both Reaper ults and Doomfist just popping off there. Contested the high ground, gets the high ground. Hanzo doesn't have high ground anymore, but Diva, they want that high ground. Diva goes up there and realizes that wasn't maybe a good idea. They're going back a little bit. Valk's popped online. Ginger Hair on the Reap with Toast. Rocketman gets the kill onto Ginger Hair though. Looks like going for the Res Beast is got Toast back online doing stuff. Giving the push in but it's being contested currently by the Sigma, which they're not really seeing. So does the Zenall pop out. Just getting stuff. Diva's been slept. Winston all comes out. Diva's just on point, going back Fall City. Just chilling. Winston all trying to get the boops off of Diva out of there. Just trying to get some boops. This looks like it might be a hold here.
It looks like Diva might be holding her ult until the very end here.
That was a very good hold by Fall City, getting that last second hold onto there. Making sure that they don't use the snowball effect on to get it the point caps.
Yeah,
so
the patience to know how much time you have left and being able to have the trust in your team to get them off point and not have to waste an ult there was very, very key, and it could come key into this last push here.
It could, but we'll see what Amherst does, as they do have almost Earth Shatter and a few other ults. Earth Shatter is now online. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, Shatter's coming out.
A nice Shatter there too,
nice
being able to get the
there.
Diva out of mech and
Diva's out of
stop
mech.
her ult.
Yeah, no, a Diva ult, and there's a getting the Sigma here and just trying to get the point is got the Sigma. Amherst doing stuff
This
here.
might be the push, and that's going to be it. Ooh, 0.05 meters.
Meters in.
And there it was.
There's the Nano. That is a close round. Nothing left. Didn't finish with any time, but still gets a minute on the clock. So this will be a very interesting third overtime round. See how much they can get onto different things. Will be huge.
This is exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the round two, where this second round of this map could be a big difference maker for both teams, and Amherst really took the advantage of it and made it worth their while, and it's going to be interesting to see how this overtime plays out.
Amherst definitely got a feel of what happened, of what they thought would be good from Fall City, and they definitely took that in stride, and they're definitely using that to their advantage. It's looking like they're going to probably do the same thing again, Amherst is, along with same thing that they were going for from Fall City, looking to be very both doing the same thing. We'll see what goes on.
Now, the big difference here also is instead of having the total of the 3 to 4 minutes to be able to cap the point, they only have a minute to be able to get to that point and make the push that they need to, and that might be a big key maker here, is that extra 40 seconds could be what they need.
Yes, 43 seconds is huge. That's another team fight. That could be a win. So having that 43 seconds is a very huge time bank, even though it doesn't seem that much, but it's huge. As this round gets started here, we'll see Amherst attacking objective A. We'll see if they can get this cap quick. It looks like they're still running the dive to get onto point, which is very good. Winston jumps and bubbles on point. So does Diva Falls. They all follow. Get away from the choke. Ramadan Steve gets the kill, but Ginger Hair also gets the kill on Farah. Ginger Hair on Farah this time instead of Hanzo, but I don't think it matters. Rocketman and their whole team is doing stuff. They're working together. They're getting stuff done. It looks like they might have. Yeah, definitely will have.
That's the point.
That will be the first point cap. And now since it's going into overtime, they have to try to get it all the way to the last point, which is be third. But they can't leave the cart, so we'll see what they do. See if Fall City can make this close. So this choke was also going to be a huge thing. We'll see what happens here. See what poke damage comes out, and see if Fall City can answer this drive that's going on from Amherst.
Now, the thing that Fall City has in their advantage here is that extra time, just as it took Amherst only a minute to capture that point, it could also take Fall City only a minute to capture that point, and in the end, they could push the payload even further. And I think that's definitely an advantage for Fall City here, but Amherst made do with what they had and really...
Oh, fall of Toast getting the kill on the Crazy Cat, the Reaper thing. But looking, Soundberry comes out from Lucio, getting after the Gravitic Flux from that, and they're pushing forward. Toast getting 2 on his Reaper ult, then finishing off the Diva after the Mick the Great getting a kill onto Toast. Not doing too much towards the end, and Mick the Great falls. Still on cart, close to second point. See if they can stop the second point. They might try to recontest. They might let it go. we'll see if they push forward. And it looks like they're gonna go for this first little push. They're gonna try to get to the second point. Doomfist even just being there is a huge turn away from even trying. They want to try to get one good clean team fight here because they don't want to lose this. Third point. Toast coming from behind, getting two. Rocket Man with the punch onto Crazy Cat, getting him down. Still overtime. Diva found out Toast where Toast was, so Toast is in a little bit of trouble.
Once again, Amherst really making a push here that they needed, and it was a very, very impressive one with only a minute left and 0 time on the clock. They pushed the payload this far.
We'll see if they got, Rocket Man getting pick on Mick the Great. It looks like it's close to the end. Doomfist coming from behind, trying to get that Moria, doesn't get anything. Looking for the Diva here, gets Tiger 1 off of there too. Beast going Battle Mercy, getting a kill onto Crazy Cat.
Trying to counter the Doomfist with a Doomfist.
But it's looking like this is going to be a good hold.
And there it is.
And they got the 6th point.
They got it to the 6th point with 0 seconds on the clock.
They got
an absolutely
overtime.
Insane push by Amherst.
Huge. Yeah, from start when the payload happened, they had the push. That is huge. That is a 2-point push. That really doesn't happen unless you see it in unless you see an Overwatch League, which that is really
that was
rare.
it left us speechless. I mean, that was an amazing push by Amherst there to get it that far. It was completely insane, and I'm glad we got to witness that.
Yeah, but now we get to see what Fall City does. What does Fall City do? Do they crash and crumble here, or do they answer and do the same thing? See if they can get pushed, and then it'll just come down to time.
I think that's one thing that Amherst has to think about here. If they did it, Fall City could do it just as easily, so they need to be careful and be able to push their defense up and be able to pull them off point, which Fall City was not able to do to Amherst.
Correct. So if Fall City does it, it'll just end in a draw. So this first map won't really go anywhere with this anything. So that'll be a very interesting first way to start off the semis.
Especially after the technical difficulties that we had.
Especially after the technical difficulties that was there. So we'll definitely see this, and it'll be definitely interesting to see where this goes. It's looking like they're running almost the same comp as before, except with the change of Ramadan Steve being on Orion. And same for the other one, almost about the same. It's exactly the same, except for the lack of a Doomfist towards the end of the last one. So they're running about the same comp that they ran before to try to get it. Poke damage coming in, and they're just kind of poking this out, Fall City is, and they're seeing what they can get off, see if they can get an opening pick, and if they do, they can be huge. That's why Ginger Hair is on Hanzo, see if they can get that extra pick, and they can take it slow too. They're not in any hurry. They want to play it smart. They don't want to be rushing in there, getting at that. Ginger Hair on the pick with 0, getting that first pick down, but gets rezzed by Beast. Battle Uzi coming out, getting the pick on the Winston on Remus. That's very huge. Crazy Cat very low. Does get healing though. Plays the corner pretty well. They're trying to get on point. Gets to the point. I don't think they see the Doomfist behind on their Moria. We'll see if they get there. Yeah, just getting the point, testing the point is huge here. They haven't really gotten any more picks lately. Toast onto Ginger Hair. Big huge pick. Reinhardt's Shatter comes down, gets
nice
pinned. Soundberry coming down. Ramadan Steve getting 2 picks here from Mick the Gate and Battle Uzi. Coalescence come out from Toast. Crazy Cat getting on Toast. They have to
try to flank around. They're going to have to try and get him.
Yeah, looks like this hold is going up really well from Amherst. Zen online. He might have to use that to even get past this choke. Another ult comes out too. Looks like they're getting all the ults popped out.
There's the Transcendence.
Transcendence on. 8 seconds left. Someone on point. Yeah, someone's on point. I think Zero's touching a point. So yeah, Shatter comes out from the Ramadan Steve, getting it. Looks like they're still going. They're still getting the push in. Fall City getting the push in. Might even get the cap here.
Which if they do, this would be big, and this would be another scenario where we have 0 seconds.
0
and
seconds.
the possibility. But also, is Toast up here going
Toast,
to Reaper ult? Is he going to do it, or is he going to take the chance?
He's going for it. Defense Matrix, though. That's going to be
and
huge.
They ended up defending up against it, but I think it was just a way to touch point to stop the contest.
But they got to pick onto Battle Uzi. That's a huge. That's some healing gone. Lost one of their healers. Fall City has Steve a bomb. Trying to just stall and trying to wait it out. Trying to break bubble a little bit too. Oh, time almost ran out. Sound barriers out. Diva Bomb comes out along with Hanzo's ult. It's still looking like they're contesting this point. This is huge, huge contest here.
And there it is. That's
Time.
going to be
It's
the end of the
overtime.
game. Amherst got
Amherst
it at the
gets the
very
win.
end. An insane round by both teams. Both of them
teams.
able to hold the point for as long as possible, but Amherst comes out on top with an amazing 0-second
just-
full payload push.
Just look at this. This was one we didn't get to see from the stream, but just a little bit of a cheeky little flank here, getting 2 out, and just going after 2 more and getting the 4 total. Huge there. And now we'll get to see what the next match is going to be. So that was insane. I don't know what else to call it, man. That was
Something that was very interesting, and I think something that is going to be very key for the next round is going to be the idea that Toast was doing amazing on Reaper there.
Correct.
The Reaper ults were well placed. He was really having a hard time, or they were having a hard time getting him out of there and being able to do anything against him. But on top of that, something for Amherst is getting Ginger Hair and that Hanzo away from point, because he was still doing a lot of damage even though they lost, to the point where it was hurting them.
It was insane. Ginger Hair was doing a lot. Next map will be Assault Time maps that will be played. I don't know what map it's going to be.
Yeah, they have the choice between...
Because it'll be Hanamura, Volskaya, or Anubis.
Yes,
will
which
be
is
the choices of choice. But it'll be very interesting to see as we try to get a pick. So we'll see what Fall City picks, and we'll get back onto what map.
Yes, so since Fall City happened to lose the round, they will get to choose the map that we play on here. And so this is going to be a very interesting pick for them, and to see what they do with it and to see if it actually comes to their advantage.
Yeah.
Because as we know, with everything, home court advantage is definitely a big key. So when you're able to pick the map that you play on and see what you're comfortable with, it's definitely going to be a big factor.
It definitely does help choosing what map you can pick. But still, I can't get over that round. That round is insane. And if you probably could hear it too. There was people screaming here for everything. It was just insane. I don't know what to say of it. But it was I'm speechless. I don't know what to say about it. It's just Amherst rallied on that more than Brigitte does. I'm just gonna put it out there. Just Amherst had a bigger rally than Brigitte, but but seriously, that's insane, guys. You don't see a third-person push and then get to see a hold. It was just a lot happened in that match.
It was definitely a sight to
insane.
see Amherst, a team that has such a young roster on top of that, one that is able to push forward like that and be able to make that change, be able to adapt to the gameplay like they did, and be able to push a good Fall City team that completely shut them down the first round to then go with 0 seconds and push the payload to the end. It was just insane.
It was just insane to see. There was a lot of game makers there, Toast being one of them, and along with Ginger Hair. Ginger Hair, Fall City lost, but Ginger Hair still doing work onto like what happened. Like you just, it was just very interesting to see that the rally from Amherst and just Fall City just not coming up with so much of an answer, but still having an answer. So it's very interesting to see. Very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh. I'm guessing they actually don't know what the map choices are.
So it's Hanamura, Volskaya, and Novis. So we'll see what they choose, and we'll get that going. But it's been really interesting. Like this whole set, like this second round of Kings Row was very interesting. I'm so glad that this happened and that we get to see it, because that's a very rarity that we see. So it just kind of blew my mind. I don't know what else to say. It's just whatever. I'm speechless. I don't know. I don't know what to say else. It's just insane. Insane gameplay that we're seeing. But yeah, Ginger Hair going through this round. Two big people that I've kept seeing. It's been Toast 10-12 and Ginger Hair. Those two have been huge impacts on this game. Ginger Hair with the Hanzo gameplay being very good, very accurate, getting the picks when needed, just doing it. And Toast just coming out with the Reaper, being very brawly, being very upfront, and
And
getting.
another big thing is that what I saw from Amherst that round is they focused mainly on supports. And in Overwatch, when you don't have those heals being able to be your backup, a lot of the times that leads to the downfall of the team. But I definitely think that Falls City has the opportunity to recollect what they did and what they could do differently to help their supports. And I definitely think that's going to be a key for this round as well.
Big huge key as we're getting one. We find out that the next map will be Hanamura as we go into control type map or assault type map. Excuse me. So we'll see what's going on, and we'll start the game and just go into it.
So we're going to go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna start the game. It's gonna be really good. Hanamura map, really good. Well, I can't wait to see what these two teams can pull out, because as we saw in the last one, it's insane. It's purely insane.
Both of these teams are very talented, and I think that this round is going to just show the talent that both of these teams have just again.
Correct. Both of these teams have done very well, very great, very amazing. So it'll be very, very nice to see what both of these teams can pull out.
All right, so here we go.
So as you see, we're seeing like almost a little bit of the same things we were seeing last time. Maybe the biggest difference being we're seeing a May from Rocket Man instead of a Doomfist.
And it looks like Crazy Cat's going to go the Junkrat instead of the Reaper, which could be a big difference maker here, because Junkrat's a very, very tactical player on this map.
Very lot of damage being pumped in from Crazy Cat then if he's on Junk, and that's huge. And Rocket Man with the May choice, choosing to go Ice Walls are going to be huge on this map. If you look at any like YouTube Reddit videos, I mean, it's huge having this.
Especially all of the entry points that Falls City has here. If you see this one, this doorway right here, this is definitely going to be a big key for this May to be able to wall off.
Yeah, this first choke is going to be huge. We'll see what they do up here too, because it's looking like Falls City. Oh, Rocket Man getting a pick onto Battle Uzi really from the start. Wow. Sometimes I wonder if May is the sniper. It's insane how much he can hit. I mean, Zero getting a pick onto Crazy Cat, Lucio gameplay here. But we'll love to see it. We'll see what Ginger can do here with the snipe. May saw block up sightlines here.
And that, again, was the key. We were talking about them being able to stop Ginger Hair, and that May wall definitely made him reposition himself into the open fire of Amherst.
Yeah, definitely also looking for a cheeky flank here. Ginger Hair is looking for a cheeky flank, didn't quite get what he wanted out of it, but it's still enough to maybe do a little bit more. Does it again. Shatter comes out, then it comes out, gets floated in the air. Doesn't matter, they still get 2 kills. Fizzy Elf and Crazy Cat, maybe that boot wasn't there. Crazy Cat gets another kill onto Beast. And they might be able to get
res
something.
on Rhine there, on point as well by Mercy.
Lucio looking for those boops too. As you see, Mick the Great gets the kill onto the Rhine. And it looks Coalescence pops out, but this is kind of a winnable fight.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a capture point for Falls City here.
That was a questionable support ults that were there. They had the cap and they just kind of... That Coalescence was. I don't know about the Anas. Anas might have been well. I didn't see it, but... That Coalescence, I don't know if that was good ult usage there, but we'll see if that hurts him or it just kind of helps him go. 5 minutes in the time bank, going on to second point. So we'll see what goes here. See if Amherst can respond to Falls City. At this point, looks like they're going high ground, getting the high ground, which is super huge. Getting that, but Amherst, the Monkey's going around looking for supports here and might be able to get the Ana here. We'll see. It's naded, jumps out, gets out before he dies. Good. So this is just a bit of a poke fight here. Nothing too much.
Go ahead and go to the man that has been the talk of this round lately.
Freeze comes out. So does Tire comes out from Crazy Cat getting on 0. It's huge damage right there. May coming up, trying to look for the Ginger Hair here. Doesn't get it.
Oh, and a nice snipe by
Nice snipe
Ginger Hair
by
there.
Ginger Hair onto Rocket Man. Ginger Hair getting two with his, getting both supports on there, getting Rimas out dead, and just that was the kite roll onto that. It's just
And there's going to be the
Rocket Man coming back
point.
onto point, but immediately gets shattered. Zero gets slept. Beast looking for the res, doesn't get it. Hammond going to point just to even just try to stall for a little bit.
And the stall ends up working. Reinhardt gets back
Reinhardt
on point
gets on
and bumps
point.
the other diva off.
Gets the point. Coalescence coming out from Tiger, getting everyone healed up. Rocket Man still back on point, getting on point. Lucio's coming back. Mercy also coming back at this point, healing Rocket Man. Mercy dies. Rocket Man just stalling on point. Mick the Great just doing some work on Reinhardt, swinging his hammer around, keeping people off. Reaper on point now. Reaper's gone. Ramadan trying to come back. Ball's gone. Ramadan Steve gets slapped. Gone. Lucio comes back. Zero trying to stall. Immediately gets one strong. And
oh, the
Hanzo ult.
last
Mercy barely
minute,
makes
and
it.
there's the cap.
And there's the cap from Fall City, getting a time bank of 3:31 onto this. So that was a very quick move through. And we'll see if Amherst can respond to this
And
one.
I definitely think at the end there, Amherst definitely knew that that last point was going to get capped. I think it was just more of a time suck to be able to allow Fall City to have less time if there happens to be an overtime at the end. So
Yeah,
definitely a good job by Amherst there, being able to acknowledge that and being able to
And
realize.
getting almost 30 seconds off the time bank.
Yeah, it's very nice by them.
Because they came into second point with almost 5 minutes 20 going in. They probably jumped around 5 and just eating that time away, almost getting down to like almost 1 minute off the time bank, which is huge. It could mean a whole 2 team fights almost. So it definitely was smart by Amherst just trying to get that. And good job by Ginger Hair and that whole team. Mick the Great going off. Tiger 1 with the good Coles. And Battle Uzi getting some stuff. And Crazy Cat with the Junkrat. I mean, every single one of the team of Fall City is just working together, getting their jobs done, doing it right.
I mean, again, like we were talking earlier, the Ginger Hair is definitely one of the guys that they have to focus on, because at the end of the day, that Hanzo play at the end is really what hurt them. He got both of their supports with his ult, sniped the Mei, and still got on point and got the Wrecking Ball. An absolutely insane play by him, and now he's going Ashe, so let's see what he can do with that as well.
We'll see we're going to Ashe, but we also see Rocket Man back on Doomfist. See if he can like antagonize that back line that they have. That's what he's been doing. He's been doing a very proficient job at that, which is very annoying for supports.
Yes.
Very annoying.
And it looks like they're going
Amherst
for...
is doing really good. They're going top, high ground, making sure they don't get the poke damage. See what they can pull out of here. They're just looking for the top. Ryan goes into the charge,
Interesting
gets
charge,
the
gets the Diva and knocks her back
Diva's
with
in
the
the
stun.
back. Gets through the choke though. That's huge. Ramadan Steve getting a 1. So does Toast. So does Rocket Man. All of them getting something out of it. Both supports are down though, so this might be the little trickle effect here. Ashe still, Ginger Hair still alive, and
It looks like they're going to do a soft reset, maybe even a hard reset here. They're going to go back to the point.
That's just going to be a first point cap.
And
I don't think they're going to try to redo it because there's no point in this one. I think they're confident in their ability to hold this and try to get second point hold.
And now, once again, the time difference.
Time difference here. Coming in, when we saw Amherst coming into this one, they had
I think it was 5 minutes, just
20.
over
Fall
5
City
minutes.
coming in. Fall City coming in. It's just over 5 minutes. Now, here we see Amherst coming in with a time of 6:20. That's a huge time difference. And they might even try to go for the same thing again. We'll see what happens. Trying to contest the high ground away from Ginger Hair because they know Ginger Hair can do some work. Let's see what we can get. But Battle Uzi getting off the Ramadan Steve, but Rocket Man also getting off some Crazy Cat here. And they're just going to work. Amherst, as Shatter comes out from Mick the Great, though, getting on to that. Beat also comes out, reactive beat, sound barrier. Just trying to keep people alive. Amherst is getting a point. Diva trying to contest point, trying to touch, maybe not. Maybe back
And
the
there
way.
it is.
And there it is.
Full minute and 53 seconds for
Seconds
Amherst.
of time bank difference. That is a huge bank difference here that we're seeing.
Now, a guy that kind of
3:53 to 2 minute time bank.
A guy that kind of flew under the radar in that round was definitely Toast on Reaper. He came around and was able to flank a lot of times. And once again, we said that was one of the big things that Fall City needed to focus on was that Toast on Reaper. Amherst was able to focus on Ginger Hair.
Yeah.
They were able to get him to be able to hold back and get him off the high ground up at the top with the Ashe. Now it's just, can Fall City come back in this round, be able to get it in the time that they need, be able to stop Amherst with that 3 minutes, almost
Correct.
4 minutes.
And like what you said, just them shutting down Ginger Hair has been a big factor. Ginger Hair was in the first round at least, first round of Kings Row was uncontested mostly.
Yes.
And he just kept getting shots after shots, and how they figured it out. And I think they found the code to Da Vinci.
And a big DPS change here. McCree with Soldier for Amherst here.
Ooh, yes,
Definite.
McCree just got a buff, so this is going to stop any flankers. And I think they went to the same idea because Tiger 1 going a Brigitte on here, and that's going to be a huge factor for, especially when you're considering that Lucio might be doing some stuff too. So, and it'll stop the Winston too. That Brigitte will. And Rocketman going with that McCree pick, it's gonna have a fun time with Moria and Reaper. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. They're taking the front row approach, not going high ground, just kind of setting up here, going through the choke, pressuring the choke a little bit, getting some pushback. Reinhardt goes in. Ramadan gets dead by Ginger Hair, but also Rocketman gets Fizzy Elf. So that's a trade of tanks. So we'll see if who capitalizes on this next pick. He's probably going to do something.
Ooh, and almost got the Reaper there, but Crazy Cat was able to get out of there before the finish.
Rimas down to 28 health, very low. Comes back. Ginger Hair onto Toast with the thing. Battle Uzi getting Beast down. It looks like it's gonna slow steamroll this onto the point, getting all the picks. And I think they're gonna cap this point. I think they're gonna get this first one, and
they're falling back, and now
the Ramadan goes back.
And that's definitely a necessary, especially with 50 seconds left. That's definitely a necessity. That brings their time up to 130.
Caps the point. Ginger Hair already putting pressure on them, almost to outside of second point, just putting a little bit of pressure, poke damage in, see if you can get a pick onto the point. But he has ult now, so we'll see what he can do. He's looking for high ground. Sonic Air's up there, see if he can see anything. Sees that there's two people up there, and he's very hesitant to push. He doesn't want to push. He's a Hanzo, so.
Especially with Toast right around the corner, going to Reaper and getting.
Yeah, Toast is a very dangerous thing to have. But it looks like Crazy Cat getting the mic under Remas. It's a huge pick right there. We'll see. Fire strikes on the point from below. Really awkward angle there. Does separate the team a little bit. We'll see if Toast gets Toast down. But Mercy going for res after Valve gets the res off onto Toast. Ramadan Steve getting Fizzy Elf too.
And the grab ult there was definitely a necessity
Zero
for them
beating
as well.
onto point, almost getting the hold. And McCree going, or Reaper going for the ult there, doesn't get it, gets knocked out of it. But it's looking like they're gonna do a little bit of a soft reset. They have 14 seconds left. They could touch a little bit here, and they could get one more. We'll see who touches, and that's gonna be a big deciding factor.
A nice
Tops rally here too, so that's a huge ult, huge for when the team gets in there. But it has to be with the team though. Rally's a very team-oriented thing, so we'll see. We'll see the Reaper, Crazy Cat in battle, just going around, just trying to get Rocketman doing some work. Toast also doing some work, holding this point really well. Battle Uzi just on point, just trying to live, and yeah, that's gonna be the point.
Unless City.
Yeah, Ginger Hair being a little bit too late, and that'll be a round done here with a good hold by Amherst on the second point. Coming with a little bit of a longer time bank, so we'll see if Fall City can redo this and see if they can think about how to hold this.
Now it's also going to be interesting to see if Amherst does the same push from the right side on the first point that they did last game or last round, because Fall City could be expecting it. And if it comes down to that, I mean, the one thing about that push was that the Reinhardt was able to separate everybody. And because of that, it allowed them to get in the positioning that they needed to be able to basically kill every other one besides the Reinhardt. And it left, when you leave just a shield on point, it's very, very difficult to defend. That shield dies fast. And it's hard to defend.
So yeah, it's been very interesting to see, and yeah, it's just very interesting to see those first points just not being a long hold. Usually when you see the first point holds, they're a little bit longer or something. But a lot of these first points, we see a Bab coming in here with a Torbjorn and some other things too. So we're seeing a different call here that we usually don't see.
Now, along with Toast and his Reaper plays, you also have to be careful with Crazy Cat and his Reaper plays. He did have the last match that one counter against Toast that ended up allowing them to push the point all the way to the end. Definitely a big change, and definitely something that you're going to have to watch out for here.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
They
Just
also go double shield
double
heal.
shield, very meta right now. Very good. Got the crossfire there from the Torbjorn, which is very interesting to see. Yeah, they're trying to go up top, and they're just not seeing anything that they want because they just, yeah. So they got the choke for free, and it looks like they're going to go left side here, and they're going to get high ground. But I don't know if it's going to be worth anything here. We'll see how this choke goes. Duke is trying to get work done, doesn't get anything. Gets Fizzy Elf, actually. Doesn't anything bad. Too late. Lamp comes down too late. Ginger Hair doing work, too, on Torbjorn. But Toast gets stuff. Ramadan Steve gets rezzed. And Rocket Man gets Mick the Great. I mean, it looks like it's going to be... This is going to be capped. It's going to be a little bit late, but looks like they're going to get it. Unless someone comes and touches a little bit later, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Now, and when we think about this, they had 3 minutes and 53 seconds to be able to get that point, and they captured it in 53 seconds, basically got the point at 53 seconds.
Yeah.
This gives them a full 3 minutes compared to the minute and a half
3
that
minutes
Falls City had
to get
push
a
the
tick.
point.
They can play it slow, or they can use this and snowball affect this whole fight and see what they're doing, because they're kind of setting up on point, but the only two are on point are the Ryan and the Brigitte. So we'll see what they do here. It looks like they're gonna walk down. They took high ground. Diva comes on point, but I don't know. Reaper behind, Toast behind, trying to get the Torbjorn. Does get the Torbjorn, and just is antagonizing Toast, going behind along with Rocket Man, just on the flank. Val comes out. Bab has to drop onto point. Battle Uzi, I don't know if he's going to get anything
And there it is.
out
A
of this.
team kill ends up getting them the point here, but Reaper coming on, and there it
Just
was, the
too late.
capture. And that's the game, and
Amherst
Amherst takes the first semifinal round.
Semi-final round is Amherst. That was just a huge factor here. I mean, I don't know what to say. Fall City, though, Ginger Hair, I'll have to give him credit. Like, this play was insane. Gets the May, and then gets this Fire Strike. But that wasn't just enough to win him the game, though. Amherst doing really good with time, getting the team plays in. Fall City did the same. It's just, wow, they just couldn't pull it off, though.
What it came down to was, again, what we were talking about with Toast, and also on top of that, the ability of the team to be able to push in like that. Specifically, like we said on that first round, with them coming up to the right side, that Reinhardt was able to push everybody away. When you push everybody away like that, like we said before, you can't really defend that easily against or with just a shield. So it was definitely a good job by Amherst here to be able to push Falls City out of the way on those defenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a very good job by that. And just the team plays from both teams was amazing. Both of them did good. But just Amherst coming from behind, just going behind people and just messing with them.
All right, and that's going to be also, we're going to get ready for the next round. Go ahead and transfer to an intermission.
Intermission time.
Intermission time.